It'll be interesting to see if Rashford gets dropped this weekend after rumours of him walking out. If Rashford starts this weekend, I know this manager ain't got no backbone. Do you know what I mean? So
Do
all
you
the
think
things that
Garnacho should start? Do you think Garnacho should start?
yeah, ahead
And
of
it doesn't mean
Rashford,
that
yeah.
me and you think he's the solution long term. We just think
Nah, he
right
should
now,
start based on
yeah.
what I've seen of Rashford. He can't do any worse. Do you know what I mean? The difference is,
Mm.
yeah, the manager's not gonna make the changes that we want, and this is why I don't want him here no more. Because I know the only way to see change is for him to not be there because he's too stubborn, bro. Like his ego is the reason why he's in a showdown with a 22-year-old, bruv. You know, like that. Man's
Mm.
ego. Like that's all it is, bro. Because how are you in a showdown with a 22-year-old, blood? Like that don't even make no sense to me. And it's like it's a showdown that you won't win. Because bro, like Sancho will probably be at the club longer than this guy. This guy ain't seeing Christmas, bro. Let alone the January
You
window.
think he goes before Christmas?
Yeah, the players are gonna throw him under the bus, bro. They're going to, bro. Like people are saying, like someone said in the chat, "Oh, Rants is for player power." I am to a certain degree. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're a manager that signs these players, yeah, if even the players that you brought in aren't believing in you, then bro, you shouldn't be there. You know,
I think
that's the
this
way I see it.
man's a real bro. I think the players do believe in this manager. I do believe in him.
But did you
I
think
know,
they're
and
playing
don't
like it?
forget
Do you
me
think they're
not
playing
Ollie.
like it?
Forget how we met with the Ollie thing. Loud that, yeah. This with Eric Ten Hag, I actually
Nah.
wanted this manager. I'm fully behind this manager more than any other manager since Sir Alex left. David Moyes,
Do you think
Bunny,
he'll drop Bruno?
I think he'll get to a point where he would consider it if he knows that it's getting
I
thin
don't.
lines.
He's not dropping his
But
captain. It's
bro,
not
but
happening.
the Rants, if he doesn't drop Bruno, I'm cool with it as long as he doesn't play Mount with him and put Bruno in a 10.
But he's not going to drop Mount. 65 million. There's no way Mount gets dropped.
Well, in a month's time or 6 weeks' time, I'm gonna come back on here and say, yo, he's got a problem. This ain't working. I'm not feeling it. Because if Ten Hag wants to succeed, he has to drop one of them. And I don't think Mount at the moment deserves to be dropped. I'll be real. The last couple of
He
games,
doesn't. But
he's
he's
been
the
better
one
than
that got
Bruno.
subbed off.
Yeah, he's the one that got subbed off. Do I
Because it's
think he
the
got
easy
Bruno?
option.
No, not yet. Not with the last game for international break. But if these performances go on, Ten Hag, do you want to lose your job or do you want to do what's best for you and the team? At the end of the day, just because man's captain, that shouldn't be meaning he starts. And do you know what, Rance? I've got a question for you then. If Bruno was not captain, do you think there would have been a game already he's been dropped, or do you think he would have been subbed off in other games as well? Do you think
100%.
it's captaincy keeping this guy in the team basically?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Do you know what I mean? I think it's the captaincy, but also, yeah, the manager has it in his head, yeah, that Bruno can be a difference maker because he spams the ball and he might get an assist. You know the man. That's what I think. I think he's more likely to sub Bruno off if he's not the captain. However, same with Rashford, yeah. It's one of them ones where the manager's a coward in it, and it's one of them ones where he knows that there's a possibility Rashford could score, so I'm not gonna take him off. You know them man. It's the same with Bruno. There's the possibility Bruno can bail me out, so I'm gonna leave him on. It's more out of hope than anything else. Do you know what I mean? It's not out of how he's playing. Like Bruno doesn't get treated the way he gets treated based on how he's performing. He gets treated that way based on the reputation he's got for being an assist machine, even though he's not. Do you know what I mean? And to be a guy that can get you a goal, even though when you look at the amount of goals he scores in open play, it's not
Not
likely.
many, you know.
Do you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. But in his head, he's like, there's a chance they can change the game, so I'll leave them on. So just like what Ollie done with Greenwood, take him off, leave Rashford on, because Rashford might get us a goal. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. And this is why
He's messed
when
up. giving him
Carrick
the
dropped
captaincy.
both of them, yeah, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
When Ralph dropped them, I was like, yes, because I'm like, yes, he gets it. He wants to play ball. He can see they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So he drops them. This manager's not dropping these guys, bro. And this is what it is. And even this thing saying Casemiro and Varane are back in Ten Hag by their efforts, I don't agree at all. Casemiro visibly looks frustrated. But the difference is, Casemiro, just for pride alone, yeah, and the fact he's a world-class player. Cass is the kind of guy, yeah, he could be playing Sunday League and he'll play the same way, innit?
Yeah,
same way
yeah,
he got
yeah.
sent off, he got sent off for that challenge, yeah, and he took one for the team. This is how he plays, heart and
He
sleeve.
plays
all
every
the
game
time.
like it's his last. Simple.
He plays every game like that. Roy Keane was the same, bro. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? He's the closest thing to Roy Keane that we've had, bro. You know, like that. So, just like Roy Keane took the red card knowing he wasn't going to play the Champions League final, like, this is what these guys do, bro. Like, they're just built like that. Do you know what I mean? So,
I
with
just feel like
Cass,
though, like
he
with
just plays like that. He's the captain. He's the
yeah,
captain.
Casemiro is the captain. He should have been the captain, to be fair. I know people get onto him now and say his legs are done, Saudi and all that. At the
His
end of the
legs are
day,
nowhere
he's still
near
the one.
done, bro.
He ain't done. He's still the one putting in 100%. And I just think we need to get people around him to use his qualities. We're not using his qualities. That's what he's getting goals last year. He was breaking forward last year. People just look at him and think DM. He's not even that guy like a DM. He doesn't pick up the ball from deep and do all that. That's why I agree with you. Amrabat, Casemiro, free him up, and then get Bruno or Mount in the 10. And you know what? Cool, Ten Hag, you've made one of the changes that we want to see. Then Rashford, don't give him that license. If Rashford earns his place and he starts playing well, cool. I'm not going to moan at him at all. I'm going to say, yeah, he deserves to start because he's warranted it. Right now, he's not warranting it. And the confidence of Marcus Rashford, listen, I'm a Marcus Rashford fan. He's from my island, St. Kitts. We don't have sportsmen from there. Listen, when he got put through on goal yesterday, I said in my head straight away, this is the moment for Marcus Rashford to either bang that in the bottom corner or you're going to crumble and it's going to basically show the world the evidence. Your confidence is gone. And that's what happened yesterday. Marcus Rashford's confidence is low. And I don't care what people want to say. A striker, who I used to play striker in our Sunday league, I'm only thinking of squaring it when I know that in my head, I can definitely not score. Marcus Rashford could have scored that yesterday and he panicked.
Yeah,
And the problem for me,
if he believed, he would have scored.
yeah, but if he believed, he would have scored. And this is my problem, right? Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, and this is where I'm always going to think of it. While we've got a manager like Eric Ten Hag, if we ever got a manager like a Pep Guardiola or someone that wants to retain the ball and sort of try and keep it and build
He
up,
can't play.
bro, they can't play. The big thing is for me is Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford are instinct players. Now, this is going to be mad when you think about it, but Theo Walcott, people might think he's a crap footballer, but when you put him through and goal or you just do anything
Better
in last
finisher than
minute,
Rashford,
bro,
bro.
yeah,
He's scoring.
when
Bro.
Walcott's got to think off instinct, Walcott is a bad boy because he just knows what he's going to do and he just does it. But when you give players like Raheem Sterling, Marcus Rashford, Theo Walcott time to think, they always make the wrong
they psych
decisions.
themselves out.
Yeah, bro, they psych themselves out. They made the wrong. Bruno Fernandes, another player. When he's just put through and goal, he's got to lash it. Cool, he's done it. When he's just got open space, he's got to make one killer pass. He can make it. But when you say, Bruno, we're struggling, we're 1-0 down, get on the ball, drop deep, do all this. Bro, they can't do it. And for me, that's not coachable. Once you get pressed and once you go into panic mode, you revert back to type. Marcus Rashford is like a Heung-min Son. He's got qualities, Marcus Rashford, running in behind, cutting in, banging.
Finish like Son, though.
Yeah, he can't finish like Son, but he's got that sort of trait, running in behind, he's an outlet, all that. Marcus Rashford has got qualities, but the way Eric Ten Hag wants to play and do his thing, he hasn't got them qualities. Look at Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish does not get the goals and assists that Marcus Rashford will ever get. However, Jack Grealish at Manchester City, he retains the ball. He knows where to be. He wins fouls. He brings it inside and links up, hugs the touchline. It's not ain't fancy. People get onto Grealish, but Pep Guardiola loves it, Rants, because he does what he wants him to do, and that's what I always think. With Rashford, he is going to be a goal scorer. He's going to be an outlet. But when you want to play football and keep it and retain it, and you've got to have all the IQ and have time to think, bro, he won't.
But even the goal scoring thing's overrated, bro. Man's average 8 goals a season.
What's he got in the last 3 seasons?
I don't know, but I think he's got 77 in 8 years or something like that. That's what he's got.
Yeah, but Mourinho gave him time out. Rashford after under Van Gaal was bursting through.
Doesn't matter. 77 in 9 seasons, bro. Like that's trash. Bro. But I don't care.
Well, Man United have been trash because he's been our main outlet. I'm not saying he's great, but he's been our main outlet.
But not really. But not really, because he's only been that because remember, we've had a Martial top scorer season. We had a season where Mason Greenwood scored more goals than him as well. Do you know what I mean? Ibra also. So out of all these years, maybe he's been our top scorer 4 times or 3 times. Like that's not crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like people are talking like this player's carried us, like what Rooney was doing. He hasn't done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, he hasn't done that, bro.
Do you think Rashford can save it? Because I was chatting to Cass, obviously Cass and Dax, my guys, I do never foul with and that. Because Cass is like done. Like you saw the clip actually, he's done with Rashford. He's finished. I said at the end of the day, I think Rashford obviously has dug us out a few holes. He does get us goals, but obviously as a footballer, technically, it does bother us.
You know what it is with Rashford,
like
yeah? Rashford has big moments. But he's probably
not consistent performances for 90.
He's had but that's the thing. The moments are carrying Rashford. That's what they are. He's had big moments, like goals against City and all these ones. Like he's just got big moments. But
And you know why that works,
he
bro?
hasn't even had a big season, like a
But
whole
you know
season.
why it works? Because we're a moments team. Moments play up,
But
moments team
also
in
you got to
matches.
remember football. We're in the moments era. It's the highlight era. Do you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So because we're in the highlight era, it's like, oh, Rashford scored again. But man ain't gonna tell you that Rashford ain't scored for 4 months. They ain't gonna tell you that. They're just gonna say he's got X GA. That's why I don't like the GA. Man will say, oh, he's got 24 GA in 20, but they
Mm.
won't tell you that he ain't scored in 3 months. You know, like that. Like they
Mm.
won't tell you that. That's what they do. They try to manipulate these numbers to make it look like man are doing more than they're doing.
I
This
think
is
he's
the
been. I
problem.
think he has been an important player, and I think there have been periods where Rashford has been good, and there's been periods where he is going to frustrate. But I think this is just him as a player. It's the same with Bruno Fernandes. I'm not going to come on here and say Bruno is shit because there's some people that go on stream and say, "Oh, man is shit, man is shit, man is shit." It's like,
No,
no,
no, no.
listen, yeah,
I
yeah.
will say straight up, he's trash. Like, you know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think they're good footballers, but they're never going to be elite in
I
it.
don't
Not
think he's a
footballers,
good foot.
not
I
in
don't think
terms
he's
of
a good
like
footballer.
footballer, but what he does and how he's impact Man United. He's been good at Man United for Man United since he's
No,
come in. Like,
but even he hasn't though. When you look at it, he had a good first season, yeah, and half of his goals were penalties, yeah, in
lockdown
his first
season,
season.
lockdown, he was good.
Yeah, that was it. Half his goals were penalties that season, bro. That was it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but I
Like
feel like he
literally,
just gave
bro,
us
he
a new
scored
lease.
nine. He
You know what
scored
I mean?
9 pens, and I think he scored
But the
16
thing is,
goals
what
that
you
year.
when I say man of shit, I'm talking about lower teams in the Premier League that play for Fulham and them man. Like
No,
the
but I'm saying he's not better than Palhinha and that, bro. He's not better than these guys, bro. Like he's not even better than my man that left Wolves and went to Man City. Like, bro,
yeah, no, as footballers,
but
as
Bruno
actual footballers,
struggles, yeah, to get into most teams in the Premier League, bro, in their midfield. He struggles to get into them, bro. Like, he struggles to get into their midfield, bro. I'll be real.
so you
Like,
don't think he
bro,
starts number
bro,
10 at Chelsea over Conor Gallagher?
no. But when everyone's fit, he ain't getting nowhere near that Chelsea midfield, bro. They got Nkuku, bro.
Oh no, but I
Do
want
you
to
know
talk
what I'm
about
saying?
anyone fit. I'm talking
Bro, when
right now.
everyone's fit, bro,
Mm.
he getting nowhere near that. Do you know what I mean? With Caicedo and my man, and remember Lavia's still there as well. Bruno can't play that ball, bro.
And
Let's
when
keep
I
it
say
real,
footballer, I'm not talking about
bro.
like
He
the
couldn't even
whole
play for Burnley the
full
way
package,
Burnley
what he
play,
does.
bro.
He's
The
been
way
good for
Burnley play,
but
he can't even play for Burnley because he can't keep the ball.
yeah, he's a
Like,
transitional player, isn't
but
he? He's
that's what
just
I'm
like
saying. So all the teams that want to play football, he can't play for
he
them.
is an Ollie football. He's a counter attacking footballer. He is 100%, but he's good at that. So like he's good at. I'm not going to say he's shit. He's not my type of number 10. I'm an Odegaard man.
He's not even a number
I'm a
10,
number
bro.
10. You number 8, whatever you want to call it. But I like controlling midfielders. I do like that. But at the end of the day,
Bro,
Bruno's here.
number 10s need to be able to the biggest quality number 10s have had throughout the eras is composure, bro.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Odegaard, David Silva, the best.
I read some article from Xavi and he was speaking about it. He said the most important skills as a footballer are not necessarily physical skills, it's the mental, bro. It's to be able to compose yourself. Because the more relaxed you are on the ball, the more likely you are to make the right decision.
Right decision. And this
That's
is
what
why I
that's
said
what
they
the
panic.
composure is. Do you know what
They
I mean? And if
revert
a
to
player
type.
can't play under pressure, to me, they can't be a top player because the top players always look like they're playing at their own pace, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're not panicking, you will make the right decision. You
Yeah.
always see it, bro. You see it in the
Yeah.
horror movies, man are getting run down, but they can't get the keys for the front door,
Yeah,
blood.
yeah, yeah.
You know
Real
the
talk, real talk.
bro, and that's
Yeah.
what it is. How you gonna find the
Yeah.
right key to unlock the lock, blood, if you're panicking, bro? You know
Yeah.
when the man's just dropping
Right.
the keys and that. You know the
Yeah,
bro.
them were nah, real
Bruno
talk.
always drops the keys,
The
fam.
engine won't start. The engine won't
Bro,
start.
listen. Bruno always drops the front door keys.
Mm.
Always. Because he's
Now
panicking
I'm
all the time.
Odegaard, Madison, Nkunku, whoever it is, Fabregas. Even when he used to play all them guys, David Silva, my favorite 10. These men are proper number 10s, and I hear it and I get it. Like, and Bruno will never be that. But that's why I'm saying you have to drop one of Bruno or Mount, and you have to drop
And Mount's
Rashford, and then Ten Hag has to
better
do
in
his role.
possession. Mount's got that little half turn on
Yeah,
him that Bruno don't have. That little half turn and the ball carry. Do you know what I mean? So he's
ball
got a
carrying.
place in this team.
But don't you
Bruno
think then?
don't.
Okay, so Rants, if he takes out Rashford, if he takes out Bruno, he plays Mason Mount in the 10, goes 4-2-3-1, brings back in Anthony, plays Garnacho and then Hoyland,
He's
and
not gonna do
Amrabat
that
goes.
though.
No. But he could. We let's not go off. He's not going to do that. If it gets to the point where Ten Hag has to save his job, if he wants to lose his job playing Bruno and Rashford
He's
always
not gonna
together,
do
and they're
that
the
though
only ones,
because
then cool.
He's
But do you
married,
think you'd
yeah.
feel better as a Man United fan? Do you think though you'd have some sort of peace that you're like, let me allow this time to cook and see how
If
it
Ten
gets
Hag
on?
picked the team that I would pick, yeah, we would win 4-0 against Brentford on the weekend, bro, and then I'll be calm. But he's not gonna do it, bro.